Well, hello.
Good morning.
Good morning, Danny. Lovely to see you.
Good to see you too. How
Well,
are you?
I'm wonderful.
Excellent.
And
Excellent.
yourself?
Perfect.
So it's good. Is the air wonderful where you are? Is it?
You know, it is. It's
Good.
so nice. I walked outside this morning. The sky was beautiful. It had different layers of colors in it. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is so amazing.
Yeah.
And I looked up, right above me was the moon, crystal white. I'm like,
Oh, that's
so good.
nice. That's got to be rejuvenating for you, right?
You know, we forget how wonderful it is to breathe clean air. So, you know, I'm remembering, it's so awesome.
Yeah. Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah.
So
And that's what they were saying about, you know, with COVID, that nobody's driving around. So the air quality is getting better and oceans are getting better. And
it has benefited the earth. That's for sure. Having us inside.
Yeah. It's a new reality we're dealing with.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's gonna, you know, I'm excited to see where all this is gonna go, because it's going to be a little painful. It's going to be a little uncomfortable with this shift, but I think it's going to be better. It's
a shift in the right direction. I think it's going to be great. I think a lot of people are exploring new ways of thinking about how they live and what matters, and and caring about each other, right? Because we all need each other.
Right. Yeah.
I want to thank everyone joining us today. If you're watching on my channel, thank you. Please go over to Danny Shea, the Bathrobe Tarot.
Because I'm going to say something different than she's going to say.
I won't listen to what he says. So we're both going to post it on our channels. So please check out our other channels and subscribe.
Yes. Did I just interrupt you?
Never.
No.
Never.
No, I'm talking.
I'm sorry. Wait, is that a fly on my head?
It's an implant.
I'm getting messages. What?
Oh boy. Woohoo.
Wild days. So Danny and I were realizing that today is 10/10/2020.
10/10/2020.
Which sounds like a pretty powerful day, if you ask me. 10/10/2020.
Well, let me ask you, does this sound like a very powerful day?
Yes. Thank you for asking. No one asked me. Thank you for asking me.
All right.
Well, so what's going on today that we should read about, my dear friend Danny Shea?
Well, I think we should read on 10/10/2020.
I dig it.
What does this mean? And that means my Wild Unknown deck, because you are getting me to go into this mystery type place.
Yeah.
And so my Wild Unknown deck is
that what it's called?
Yeah, it's called the Wild Unknown.
Ah.
Yeah. And it is, if I can find it.
Whoa.
So that's
your Wild Unknown deck.
The Wild Unknown. And it's you know, a lot of times when I get a new deck, I kind of sit with it for a while. I'll pull some cards and just
little test.
kind of test it and play with it and see what I'm getting from it. And the first time I used this, I was going, oh, I don't know what these cards are, you know, I don't know what the Four of Swords is, you know, and I'm trying to relate it back to the Rider-Waite or something else. And I gave up on that because I was getting so many different other images from it. So I try not to think.
You gotta go with what the card's telling you, not what the card's telling you.
And so this deck to me is kind of special that way.
I love it.
Where it's not traditional, it's more imagery. So that's cool.
Very cool. I think I'm going to try my druid craft for this one.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah.
I like those cards.
Yeah.
All right. 20, 10, 10, 20,
10,
20.
10, 20, 20. What's in store? What does this mean? 10, 10, 20, 20. Sounds like a powerful day. Powerful moment, turning event. 10, 10, 20, 20.
Ooh. Can we start off with another question? I'm not liking this one so much.
Well, it's quite, mine is dark, but spinning in the right direction, I think.
Okay.
Well, we'll see.
Okay.
You want me to show you what I got, and then?
No, hang on. One second. I'm thinking.
I'm hanging.
Okay.
I'm hanging.
Show me what you got.
So it starts with this very looming figure. You see the dark figure in the background?
Yes.
Over the innocent couple sleeping there. So there's some trickery, darkness, deceit. Is that him on the balcony tonight? I don't know. Right? On his speech.
Yeah.
But it's followed by 3 strong women.
Oh, good.
Which I'm vibing like Pelosi, and other women lawyers in the background. Like it all feels like they're on our side.
Right.
The base of the deck is 45 alone at the table. Right?
Yeah.
His plan feels like it's not going to work, and he's going to try to disappear. Like when I dreamt about him, see the etching in the glass?
Yeah.
I dreamt that I met him a couple weeks ago or whatever, and that he was like an empty glass of water, like just this empty trace around the glass, like
that.
Like that. And then it's followed by the sun. So I think these women are still working behind the scenes. Today might be a powerful day for them behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Against him. But this card came actually flying out of the deck. He's got some plan. I don't know if it's going to work. Don't think so. What you get in your mystery deck?
The very first card.
Uh-huh.
Oops, where are we? The Tower.
Oh.
Followed by the Son of Wands, which when I looked at those two, I was saying, okay, there is going to be this big revelation coming from somebody that's going to be bringing the light to the situation. So whether that is a legal thing or not, we do have more fire underneath it. And when I looked at this, it wasn't destructive fire, it was illumination fire.
Yes.
All about the interconnectedness of whatever this tower moment is. It's just not a single thing. It's about, it's a culmination of a lot of different things. Showing the darkness so it's going to be revealing, but it's showing the darkness in the light, if that makes sense. In the immediate near future, I got heartbreak, but with the 3 of Swords, but it's all wrapped up again into interconnectedness.
Yes.
And they're taking it step by step, going up to a new beginning. And this card reminds me of your target card. It's like bullseye.
Oh, yes. Yes, bullseye. It is. Yes.
Yeah. So whatever this is, and externally, I got a legal truth card in external influences. So this day, and when you said 10-10-2020, I got more of a, not a day feel, but more of this time we're in. You know, it's just not this day, but this is.
It kind of feels like a movement, like a shift.
Yeah.
That's what I like. Today is the shift. It's the start.
Right.
Because those three strong women behind the scenes, I got the sun, you got the sun. You got like a snake, which is a shadowy figure, you know, a reptile.
Yes. Yes.
There's a shift happening. And, you know, he's outnumbered 3-1.
Yeah. Yeah. So did you hear that, that he has new, in his, not necessarily his, I guess it is his taxes that brought some new things to light, that he has, he had $21 million in a tax write-off for some land in New York that he said, I'm going to donate this land. I'm not going to build anything on it. But there was no way he could build anything on it anyway. So that's fraudulent. And then he got 21 million. And it's odd that both figures are 21 million from his, to help his re-election, to help his election campaign in 2016. But the company that gave him the money, it was a Trump company, but it didn't make any money. It didn't have any employees. I'm like, so is that the start of what you're feeling with all these strong women coming after him? You know, the New York, Letitia James, Nancy Pelosi, those people all coming together and starting this heartbreak tower moment for him. Yeah. I'm sensing that same thing, that it is, it's just, it's him falling. It's him falling.
Everyone's left him, right? Like he's there at the table alone.
Right. And they left him because they're all sick with COVID.
Well, there you go. But he's immune now, so don't worry.
He's better. He's all better.
So speaking of him, do you want to read on the little party he's throwing tonight at the White House?
Oh, yeah.
See what that's about?
Throwing a COVID party. So
over.
And, you know, I heard about this. I didn't see anything in my news feed.
I'm just switching decks. I'm letting people know.
Oh,
Gold
okay.
Universal Tarot.
And I'm switching decks to the fountain. So I was reading in my news feed today, and I didn't see anything about him doing his rally from the White House, from the balcony. But he talked to Rush Limbaugh.
He dropped an F-bomb. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Like, should he be dropping F-bombs, especially when he's talking about another country?
He's on drugs.
Well, I know, but still.
Doesn't that give him an excuse?
Like, a president should not be going on any communication device and saying, F them, or whatever,
Yeah.
We'll be ready or whatever he said, but you don't.
Yeah.
It just shows, again, off the rails.
Off the rails.
Or on the rails, if you know what I mean.
For entertainment purposes only. On the rails.
Sniff, sniff.
And he's doing something a little stronger than sniff, sniff these days. Oh my gosh. I know people who have been on like prednisone, which is a milder form of that steroid. And they were jacked up. It's a powerful drug.
It has effects on you, right? Like, all right. So we're going to read on his White House rally tonight.
Yeah. White House
Saturday,
rally.
10/10/2020. Donald Trump at the White House.
And maybe, I'm just thinking, because I got that tower moment, and I've, before we hit record, we were talking about how it just doesn't seem possible for me that he can be on all these drugs and not crash at some point in time. And you can only stay high for so long. And the first card I pulled was the tower moment. Is that him having a tower moment up on the balcony? Because I did think about that this morning. So anyway, I'm gonna read on that. Is Trump gonna have a tower moment?
Trump's rally, the White House, October 10th.
Hang on one second. I gotta close the window. Someone's gonna make a lot of noise out there. Okay. Ooh. So as I'm shuffling, Judgment popped out.
Let's see here. Well, and the cards are kind of pointing out what he's going to do tonight.
Yeah, that's what I'm feeling.
He's gonna, you want to go first? You go first.
Okay, I've got, at the center, I've got the Three of Cups. He's going to try to show that he's together. He's okay. He's emotionally and physically good. But the truth is overshadowing it with the King of Swords. Joe Biden is at the base of this reading, the King of Cups. And so it's either Joe Biden that he's thinking about, or he's trying to bring calm to his message, saying that he's okay. But he's going to have a little bit of a battle with this. And I got the Empress in the potential near future. So I'm gonna keep going on that, and I'm gonna let you add what you're thinking.
My first card is he's going to be presenting some kind of offer. He's going to suggest that he has found a cure for that. As I say it, I think that might be what he's going to try to say, because he's also going to try to present financially that things are well, right? He's going to make a big, I wouldn't say a big announcement, but there's going to be some announcement. It's dark, so be careful what you believe, right?
Yeah.
He's going to add some announcement. It's not going to be earth-shattering, but something maybe we don't know. he's going to confess that he feels fine, that he's not sick. Don't worry anybody. Don't you be sick, right? Don't worry about it. But the whole thing, this card was upside down, I'm just showing it first, is outside of the White House, right?
Yeah.
It's deception. It's a lot of deception. All these things he's saying, upside down deception. I get this for him and Barr, and that's them turning their backs on people.
Yeah.
He might cut a few people loose tonight. Didn't Lindsey Graham, didn't somebody talk against him recently? Maybe not Lindsey.
In the Senate or?
In the government? I feel like his little announcement might be severing ties with a couple people. And then he's going to brag that the world is his. It's wonderful. Everything's great. You know, it's just going to be a lot of hooey. A lot of hot air.
Yeah.
A lot of hot air tonight.
A lot of hot air. When you pulled that Ace of Pentacles, is that Ace of Pentacles black?
What do you mean?
Oh, it's gold.
It's gold.
Okay. So when you showed it,
it went black?
Initially, it was black.
Ah.
And I thought, oh, whatever he's presenting is black. Yep. It's not gold, it's black.
Fool's gold.
Fool's gold. Yeah. I go, what a crazy Ace of Pentacles card. It's black. Wow. So I just want to draw some on this Empress that I got in the potential near future, because I do see him presenting things. I got the Page of Coins. Everything's fine. I'm going to end starting out with a newer project. Hey, I've got this going on, and maybe that's the stimulus that
he's gonna be presenting things. That finance is great. You know, he's got everything under control. He's not sick.
Right. And the Empress, oh geez. It's so when I pulled the Empress, I go, because a lot of times this is my Russia card and this is in the future position. I go, well, what is that, Russia, or is that him giving birth to something new in healing, supposedly? I got the Magician card. I got the Knight of Wands in reverse. So he's still bringing forth news that is not right. And then I got the Nine of Swords.
Wow.
Just so much worry. There's a lot of fighting going on. I got the Magician card again for external forces. And the final outcome, that's not a happy card.
No, that's not.
So whatever, you know, there's people that are going to go, yay, 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 his base, but it's going to be clear that what he's bringing out is going to cause people a lot of worry. You know, I got 2 Nine of Swords. I got 2 Magicians in this clarifying. He needs to go.
So while you were talking, you said you saw Trump having a tower moment, right? You got the tower. Yeah. You got the tower on him. Yeah. So I just shuffled and I just said, is Trump going to have a tower moment tonight, right? And one card flew out, and it's the Joe Biden card. I think Joe Biden is Trump's tower, because he's gonna win, and that is gonna be when Trump friggin' explodes.
Yeah.
Now that's not tonight, obviously, but
No.
that's where the thought took me, that Biden is
Right.
Trump's tower.
Well, and I had Trump. I think that it was this reading where I had the Joe Biden card at the base of this reading. Was
Yeah, you did.
Was that this reading?
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's the overwhelming, that's the underlying or whatever fear in his mind. He must know. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I love that. Biden is Trump's tower.
Biden is Trump's tower. And you know, it's just eating him up.
Yeah.
It's just.
Okay. Now what do we read on?
Well, I was just thinking about that Gallup poll.
Okay.
Which came out today and asked a group of people, 2,000 people or whatever, are you better off today than you were 4 years ago? And 56 or some number said yes.
Yeah. So you're saying 56% said yes.
Some number like that.
Okay.
The majority said yes. And I'm going, I don't feel like I'm better off. I'm locked in my house. There's so many people marching in the streets, so many people getting killed. It just seems so chaotic.
People losing their jobs.
Yeah. And is it just all about the stock market, or is it about people having better lives? So what?
So then I said to Danny before we started record, I said, well, who were the 2,000 people they asked? Were they rich people? Were they, did they really ask people who don't have internet anymore, or a job, or live in their car? Like who did
they ask?
So let's just read on this Gallup poll.
Maybe they asked Saudi Arabia, because they seem to be benefiting a lot from.
Okay.
From the last 4
Gallup
years.
Poll. What can you tell us about Gallup? 56% or something. What is that poll about? Yeah, I don't believe that poll.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
Something's up with it.
Something's up. Where they did it, how they did it is very mysterious. I have the yellow card, which is due. So what they did, how they did it, dare I say they might have paid people?
You can say it. Dare to say it.
Might have paid people. I'm vibing Texas here, so they went to red states. They were just asking, like, they were trying to get the numbers to go a certain way.
Right.
Trust upside down and the poll. No.
Yeah.
I wouldn't trust. There's some fuzzy business going on there.
Right. So, are you done?
Yes.
Be it far from me to
Bye.
interrupt.
Do not interrupt me. I am a woman.
I'm talking.
No, I'm talking. You are the fly. Hey, the fly.
That was a good.
The fly was the most famous thing to come out of that debate.
Oh my gosh. The fly was speaking the truth.
Yes.
This tastes like caca. Anyway, Gallup poll used to be strong. People used to go, oh, the Gallup poll.
Yes.
Yeah. There's something at the base of it. They're working together. This Three of Pentacles has a dark base to it. So there's some darkness.
Rooted in darkness. The feet are in the darkness. Yeah. Rooted in darkness.
It's rooted in the darkness. And they're working with other people to push the right message up the hill. In the past, there was some discussion when this poll was being made in the Gallup organization. No, you can't do this. No, you can. So they were defending themselves. But that's not a good card at the top of the reading, where it's all dark. You have all these swords against their neck. They had an emotional choice to make, and they didn't make the right one. These two cards are just showing me the darkness of that pull. And so, all I know is that you can have money in the stock market, but if you can't go out and spend it, and doesn't mean anything.
No.
It makes people feel good, especially people who are retired, so that they can see their 401ks and their retirement go up. But if it comes crashing down, because
should we read on the stock market?
Let's go ahead and do that.
Because you hear stories like he's getting people or whoever to pump up the stock. I can't even say it. Stock market daily, and then they so it goes up, but then they take their money out at the end of the day or something, like this sort of trickery.
Yeah. Well, what about the remdesivir people? One of the owners or big stockholders just sold a whole bunch of remdesivir stock after Trump was touting it. I'm like,
yeah,
there's just it's just so dark, everything about this guy, except his hair. But now his tan's even getting dark. It's not orange, it's like burnt orange. Needs a new makeup artist.
Like a burnt pumpkin. Inside of a burnt pumpkin. It stinks too.
Yeah.
So should we read on the stock market for the rest of 2020?
Okay.
Want to do that?
Let's look into it. Let's look into that.
What is the outcome of the stock market for the rest of 2020? What is the outcome of the stock market for the rest of 2020?
And just as a warning, do not do anything financial based on what we say. Entertainment only. Make your own mind up.
Right. Speak to your financial advisor, not just your intuitive advisor.
Yes. Yes.
I'm getting some trickery going on.
Okay.
Throwing things at the market to make it look hot and sexy.
Yeah.
This is under his orders. For some reason, he shows up as this card, which is upsetting because that guy's kind of handsome. But it's under his direction. And then it's the Chariot. So things moving quickly and crazy, right?
Okay.
I just see that as stuff going. Eight of Pentacles upside down at the bottom. So this is being manipulated. That looks like someone working behind the scenes. The outcome is a lot of drama. What is that? The Four of Swords. That doesn't look happy. No. So to me, this is saying a lot of rock and roll for the rest of 2020 in the stock market.
And, he is the Fed, and I'm not sure if he's controlling the Fed or not, because they're supposed to be separate. The Federal Reserve, Jerome Powell, I think that's his name, but they're buying a bunch of government bonds. So they are propping up the stock market.
This is what I'm saying. That's, they're throwing things in there to make it look
good. Yeah. So I got that with the Three of Cups, working together to pump up the stock market. It's not going to go well. Our debt right now is more than our GDP, if I read that correctly. I should have my notes, but I don't.
No. We don't need notes.
We don't need no stinking notes.
No.
Either way, our debt is crazy high, and we can't sustain it. But anyway, stock market, worry. But we have a new start. We have new growth with this, and new ideas with this Page of Wands.
That looks hopeful, that card. It looks like hope.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So it's going to be rocky and rolly, as what you said, and it's going to cause people a lot of worry. And if you pull your money out of the stock market at the wrong time, it could cost you, but it could also save you. So I'm not saying which is which. I'm just saying you're going to be up at night thinking about it, but you got that hope card at the end. You got a new start.
A new start. Yeah.
Yeah. So I
think that's probably once, I just see a lot of drama with calculating the votes and that taking a very long time. So maybe that hope starts once they announce it's Biden, like 100% Biden.
And I'm thinking, I got this feeling that there'll be certain states that I think we're going to know right away. Not a long time. I'm not saying on November 3rd we're going to know, but
Trump's going to dispute it. Is what I'm like. He'll put it in the courts or something.
Of course.
Yeah, that's what he's going to do. That's what I mean.
Yeah. But I think that we're going to know within that week that Trump lost, and then he's going to go, no, I didn't.
Yeah. Yeah. He's not going to go gracefully.
No.
He's not even there gracefully. You think he's going to go gracefully?
Oh, that was funny. That was good. He's not even there gracefully.
Okay, what's next?
I just want to go back to that. He's not even there gracefully. What the hell is he doing on Rush Limbaugh for 2 hours? Don't you have, I know he's sick, but he says he's working. That's not work.
No. Let's throw a couple cards on his mental state, which, that's a doozy. That's a doozy.
I got to switch decks. I got to use my wild unknown.
I'm going to use my own deck here. State. The base of the deck is already telling me chaos. But
yeah.
So a couple cards on Donald Trump's mental state as of October 10th, 2020.
10/10/2020.
How is Donald Trump's mental state?
Well, it's interesting because I was kind of thinking of your chaos card, and you go look at the base, bullseye.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Oh, it's just all confusion. It's all confusion.
Guilty. Trickery. Anger. I'm going to say this is like a clouded judgment is what I'm feeling. Like clouds over his head.
Yeah.
So not in top form.
Not in top form.
You know what? That rage is probably the steroids jacking him up.
Right.
Like, too much testosterone or whatever that, And it's going to bubble up. Like, he's going to blow, man. He's going to blow. blow his top.
Yeah. Well, and he will, and he is behind the scenes, whether he's, he said that F-bomb on Rush Limbaugh. So
I don't understand.
You
can't.
Yeah.
You know what? There's no dignity with him. There's no dignity. There's no grace. There's no class. A leader should have dignity.
But you know what? He's a billionaire. Shouldn't that buy you some grace and dignity and class?
You just get it automatically once you hit the billion, I think.
I think so. You go out and you buy it for, I don't know if he owns a Ferrari. Maybe that's his problem. He needs to have a Ferrari. Does he even drive?
Oh, I bet he can't. I bet he can't.
Yeah. All right. So I got your ace, your target card. He's a snake. Right? He is going to project strength and being tall and strong with that smoky sun.
That dot just looks like a problem in his brain too. Like
he's not seeing things.
Yeah.
Like really clearly. It's like, he's fried that section. I got another lightning moment is what you were saying too. This, to me, he's got too many thoughts running around in his head. And it's like a little racetrack in him. It's just spinning around in a figure eight.
Yeah.
And when I looked at this card, it reminded me of Demolition Derby. Where these old cars go around in a figure eight and they crash into each other.
And that was a snake too in that picture. That's a snake.
Yeah. It's a nice snake. But let me just throw, because we're talking about Donald Trump, I'm just going to throw 3 cards on top of this to see what I get. Oh, and oddly, 3 cards fell out. The 9 of Imps. This is God. This is my Halloween deck.
That's fantastic. That's like all the devils he is in.
All the devils, and they're all upside down. So all these devils were working for him. They're now upside down. They're not working for him very well. I got the 4 of Ghosts. So, and that's upside down too. So to me, this is a bad offer. That is, he's getting bad advice on something. And then I got the 10 of Imps. And that was reversed. And he's huddled, trying to gather all his people.
Oh my God.
And he's even got one in the back in there. So he stuffed one in there. But it's upside down. So, oh, and look, he dropped one. One fell. This is my Donald Trump deck.
That's a great deck.
When I want to be silly. But yeah, it's my Halloween deck.
That's awesome.
Look at the back. Very cool.
I love it.
Yeah. Very cool and very silly. All righty.
Yeah, but it just, he's under the influence of drugs. He's angry. I saw red. You see the devils all there. Like, almost crazed.
Yeah. Well, he is. You can't take those drugs and not be.
Whoa.
But even when he doesn't take drugs, he is. So are we doing world news or are we just doing?
Yes, we are going to do world news, but there's just so much going on with your part of the world.
Yes, there is.
For those of you watching, I am Canadian and live in Canada. So that's why I said his part of the world.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, do you want to keep going down this, like this stream, like the militia and
okay.
Let's do that, and then we'll move on to maybe some other parts of the world, because I really want to know, you know, are those militia guys taking cues from him, even though he may not mean it? They're just hearing maybe what they want to hear, and are they going to do anything else, like trying to kidnap the Michigan governor? I mean, something tells me there'll be some more stuff they may try up until and including the inauguration, because they're not going to like it that it's Biden, right?
Right. Right. Well, and that's almost like, for me, it's like this dividing line of energy, and after the election, when it's known who wins, then there's this whole other shift of energy.
Yeah.
And that's probably a separate reading on that energy.
Yeah.
That's going to happen. But let's just look at these militias.
Okay.
Because it's interesting, when you and I were talking before this about these militias, they're legal here in a number of states, and in Canada, not at all. No guns or anything. Here we all are packing. I got my Colt 45 right here.
Right. I was saying to Danny, you know, sometimes as Canadians, we used to cross the border and go shopping because it'd be easier financially sometimes for us to go shopping. We're not anymore, but and I was with my friend in one of the malls in the States, and I turned to her and I said, do you realize we're standing here where several people around us probably have guns on them? And she's like, what? I'm like, I know. Have you ever thought of it that way? She's like, no. I'm like, think about that, because we don't experience that up here. You know, when you go to the store, no one has a gun. At least
was that in New York? What state was that?
That was in, where were we? We were in Washington at the time. Washington State. Seattle.
Yeah. They you know, see, they have to hide their guns in Missouri. They just show them.
Well,
you go into Walmart and there'll be half the people will have guns on their hips.
Wow. And in Vegas too. I've thought about that in Las Vegas. I thought, you know, people, because obviously I've been to Vegas, people are walking around with guns. It's just such a strange thought, because it's not.
Yeah, it is.
We don't do that here. Yeah, I don't know. Huh.
Yeah, just say one wrong thing and boom.
Yeah.
You know, anyway.
All right.
Militia.
Are they planning anything up into the inauguration?
Planned? Do they have anything planned?
Well, they're not happy. They're looking for him for signs. Look at that. The base of the reading is Trump, and the top of the reading is the star. Which is like they're looking for his guidance. And also this can be sometimes like a military card for me. So militia, you know, they consider themselves a kind of military operation. They're against the government. Someone said that BJ, Joe Biden, right? They're against Joe Biden. You know, ready to pick up their swords and fight, ready to charge in. Now, I don't have a scary tower or anything. But this is just like they're watching and waiting for him to give directive. In their mind, directive. He may not actually say it, but in their mind, they're taking it as a sign.
Right.
Did you get?
So my question was, I started out with, are they going to be planning anything? And then I said, are they going to be able to pull off any of their plans before? And again, I got a lot of similar cards. They're not happy right now. They're feeling this loss. They're with the Five of Pentacles. Their strength is upside down now because a lot of them have been caught, and a number of them. So now they're going, oh, maybe we're not as invincible as we think we are, but their strength is upside down. A lot of worry at the base. In the past, they were all good. They were all happy, celebrating that, hey, Trump is on our side. They want to go back to the past with the Six of Cups, but that's upside down. So that's not happening. They want to go back to that past way of thinking. They are working on something else. It's not that their plans have stopped. So that they're reviewing what they can do. This raid gave them a lot of heartbreak.
Yeah, because the FBI was onto them, right?
The FBI was onto them, and the FBI is still onto them. They are not moving on as a winner. They're coming across as losers. The Eight of Cups moving away. And then I got the final outcome is the Queen of Swords, which is legally they are going to get caught. They're going to get stopped. That is the upright card. This Eight of Cups walking away, I'm looking at all the things that they're trying to do, but it's upside down. So all this planning, both Eight of Cups, eights, all of these plans that they're working on, it's upside down. They're going to have to walk away from it because the government and the law is going to step in.
Yeah, to me, this card says they're planning, but this doesn't look successful. This just looks like they're going to have to pick up and leave. It's not. I'm glad I didn't see any bad cards like a tower or something.
Yes.
It just looks like they're, as you said, they starting to realize maybe it's not going to work.
Right.
Their plans will be foiled.
Right. And maybe that was, with like this, trying to overthrow the government, because they're still out there defending lands and all of this stuff, like in Oregon and Wyoming.
Yeah.
And, so they're still going to have those things going on, I feel. But as far as, I think the government now is really, really on top of it, I hope. The scary thing is Bill Barr has a lot of say in some of this stuff, but not the FBI. But he still has some, I think, input to it. So, anyway, hang on.
Yeah. It's a wild time in 2020.
10/10/2020.
10/10.
Hey, let's read on. Do you think Trump is really upset that the World Food Bank Organization got the Nobel Peace Prize and it wasn't him?
I laugh so hard. Okay.
So let's read on that World Food. What was it called?
World Food Bank.
I think it was. United Nations World Food Program. And the chief is David Beasley. He's the former governor of South Carolina. I saw him on PBS and NBC last night. PBS, he said, we need $5 billion right away to avoid a catastrophe with food. There's so much food insecurity and starvation. We need $5 billion, and we need these billionaires. And when he said that, I heard Bezos, who are making billions of dollars a day, to step up and give us $5 billion so that they could
easily do that with their billions, right?
A drop in the bucket.
Yeah.
And then I thought, well, Trump can do that too, can't he?
He's very rich.
Very.
Very rich.
Just sell one of the cars that he doesn't drive.
Yes.
So, but that was a funny thought that I had in my head. I go, and Trump, he can donate too. So my question is, because all these organizations get rocked by a little bit of scandal and a little bit of good news too. So, there's two sides. So is this program, how do I want to phrase this question?
The United Nations World Food Program. What do you want to know about it?
I think let's just do a general 411 on it and see.
United Nations Food Program.
Are the positives, do the positives outweigh the negatives?
Okay.
Because they're going to pull something and go, oh, this guy was stealing, crackers from the food bank or whatever. So 411, is it the good? Does the good outweigh the bad? I don't know.
Oh, go ahead.
I don't know why I pulled the cards, because we just talked about it, and that's what it is. So maybe I shouldn't be talking so much and just pull cards. I got a slow. I guess I'm going first. So I got a slow moving Knight of Pentacles. So they're moving forward. It's really slow. It's not as fast as they want. They are going to be getting money in, and they're getting it now, but it's not the big donations that they want. There is some hidden stuff in there. There is some darkness in this program. So it's not all, 100% good and positive, and it's not the good witch in the Wizard of Oz. They do have their money issues with the Four of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is reversed. So this is telling me that they're not going to be getting maybe the $5 billion that they need. They're seeing all this loss that's going around with hunger. But in this card, the one that I like so much about this card is, even though this is the Four of Cups, there are 8 cups in this image, and most of them are full of water.
Right.
So you can't look at the loss. You have to look at the potential, and the potential is strength, and the final outcome is the Nine of Pentacles. So that means they are getting a lot of money, but maybe not the $5 billion. And yes, they are deserving, even with this shadow information that they have.
Whoops. Don't knock your camera over.
Earthquake. I live in California.
So the first card I got was recognition. So they were awarded the Nobel Peace Prize, which I think is going to help awareness for their
absolutely, yes,
their charities. There is a bit of heartache to follow. This card was upside down, so that's the Three of Swords.
Right.
Probably internal. That feels like internal conflicts on the board or something like that. Maybe, as you say, there's a dark spot. Victory is upside down right now because they don't have the money they need. Okay.
Love that card.
Right? Isn't that beautiful? What is that? The Ace of Swords.
Ace of Swords.
Powerful. But what is next is luck. And look at all that money. Money coming in, but there's the turtle behind it. So slow. It's not going to be $5 million billion all at once. It's a slow. The organization itself feels nice. This is the King of Cups and it's understanding.
Okay.
That feels nice. That feels like they're trying to do the right thing. At the base is recovery. That's probably for the people. They're trying to recover and save people's lives, right? Mm-hmm. And the outcome, which I'm so happy to see, is hope. It's the star.
Nice.
So them reaching their goals, them, feeding the world or.
Yeah.
So that feels very nice. So a little bit of rockiness there. But money does come in and they, that's so nice that hope is a card for us charity like that.
Yeah. Right.
Feeding so many people that need food all over the world.
And when I listened to this guy from South Carolina, the first time I heard him a couple of months ago, I went, oh my gosh, I like this guy. I don't know anything about him. I don't know any of his politics. But I said, I don't know, maybe it was the Southern drawl that, they're all so dang charming down there.
Yes, they are.
Except Lindsey Graham. He ain't so charming. Did you hear what he said I guess they had a virtual debate or something last night. He goes, all the black people, black kids and immigrants, if they want to walk down our street, they can feel very safe as long as they're conservative. I'm like, what? What are you saying? Something like that. Again, I don't have my notes, so I'm just.
Yeah.
But I'm like, what are you saying?
I don't understand.
No,
Everyone should feel safe walking down the street. Everyone should feel safe walking down the street. It doesn't matter who you are, man, woman, transgender, black, white, any color, like any age.
Even the TV repairman carrying a TV down the street should feel safe.
And it shouldn't matter if he's Republican or Democratic or whatever. Like, you should just feel safe in the place where you live. How is that too much to ask?
Well, you're Canadian. You don't understand.
Well, I understand a little bit.
Yeah. And it was funny when, not funny, haha, funny, sad. But there was some guy after one of the killings, this white guy started running down the street with a television set. And nobody stopped him. Nobody questioned him. Cops drove by him. And that was like a week or two after the black jogger was running down the street and he got shot. It makes no sense. This world is bizarro world.
Yeah.
Right now. Makes no sense.
Doesn't make any sense.
So, speaking of no sense, what else should we read on?
Well, I've got a little deck of flags here of the world. Do you want me to just pull a card and we'll read on that country? Just a random. We're going to try it.
Okay. Yeah. No, I'm up for that.
A couple of cards on a country. and see what comes up. All right, here it is. India.
India.
So we could read on their government,
India.
how they're doing with the COVID. What do you want to tackle there?
I'm gonna pull like 3 rows of 3, and I'm gonna read on just the general feeling of India, their politics, and COVID, because they got a huge COVID.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And they're also in heated discussions, I think, with China.
Yep. Okay, so top row, general, middle is politics, bottom row,
COVID.
COVID. Okay. Can you tell us about India? Can you tell us about India? Politics reading. COVID. Oh. 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 Okay.
You can go with your happy cards first.
Well, yeah, I feel so bad. So the first card is the white card, and that to me says peace and new, like that's what the people want. They want peace, they want joy, they want to start anew, right? But it's all dark right now with government issues, COVID, etc. And that's how the people are feeling. Okay, so the cards went like this: white, black, people.
Yeah.
What they want, what they have, and how they. Oh, okay, so then politically, there's a decision in the works that will be quite a jolt. But it looks like, I hope this means the people will be happy and not just the government. So some big decision, a big shakeup decision.
Yep.
Is going on in the government right now. And then for COVID, time, medical, fall. So the cases are going to get worse. They're going to need some medical support. I think it could go on for a while because there's no hands on the clock. That just feels like they can't see an end to it right now. I think they're overwhelmed medically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want a Sharpie so you can put hands on that clock?
No, I did that on purpose. But this is the one time where I'm really picking up on that.
Yeah.
No set time.
No set time.
Yeah. What did you get?
I got what you got.
Really?
So, yeah, it's scary sometimes. So, the first row, just general on India. Death.
I got the black card, yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. The people want
peace and happiness. Yeah.
Peace, happiness. They want to feel secure. They want this. There's such a great nation.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And they're feeling the loss.
Yeah.
They're seeing that loss. So, but again, with this card, they've got such great potential behind them. They just need to stop focusing on this spilled liquid, milk. Political. I got the Hierophant, first card. They've got a big choice that they need to come up.
You're literally getting the same card.
I got the same cards.
Oh my God.
And
well, it's going to be a surprise, but.
it's going to happen fast, but it's upside down. So they're not going in the right direction. Let's just see what COVID brings us. They're locked in. They are really, with the Four of Pentacles, they're hanging on to whatever they can. They're in sequester. They've got the Hermit that's upside down, so they're trying to shine light on something. It's a time of reflection, but the times they can't see the end of it because he is upside down, and you've got harsh truth coming. That's with COVID.
Yeah. Oh,
it's, I mean, almost the same cards, except
it's identical, essentially.
Right, except my clock has hands on it.
Oh, let's collectively just take a minute to send,
yeah,
gosh, as much love and green healing light as we can over to our family, our spiritual family in India.
Wow. Oof. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That feels really heavy, doesn't it? It feels very sad.
It does.
Yeah,
it does.
There's a lot of people over there, and good people, like people with joy in their hearts. Want to have happiness and peace. You know, they're not asking for millions of dollars. They're not even asking for a cell phone. Like they just want, they're on the right track actually of what they want. It's just to have good water, good food, good friends, and peace. You know,
and that good water thing, oh my gosh, that's just so basic. Anyway, healing light out to them. I mean, the whole planet, and just want to envelop it all. It's
like a big hug, a big, you know.
Yeah. So one of the things that I wanted to ask, because it is back in the news since we were talking about COVID, is there a second wave coming? People are talking about there is.
So do you want to be location specific, at like country specific? So you're talking about the USA, obviously, I'm guessing.
Well, I was talking about the USA because it's
where you live.
It's where I live, but let's talk specific countries. Pull two cards. We're going to do USA, Canada, and you can pull 2, 3, however many cards you want to pull.
Venezuela, Iceland, Ireland. So,
oh, good.
Yeah, we got a variety of places and locations. So you want to start America?
Yeah, we'll start there.
Okay. Is there a second wave of coronavirus going to hit the United States? Is there a second wave of coronavirus going to hit the United States? Yeah. That's basically my coronavirus card.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay. So we were thinking we were moving to calmer waters. That looks to me like bickering over coronavirus. And then we got the Ace of Clubs, that's Fred Flintstone Clubs, that's just told me, yes, we're going to get pounded with this. It's not going to be, a little wave.
Like look at the red cloud that hand is coming out of. That's not subtle.
No, that's not subtle. And it's a big club. And it's not, on my fountain deck, the Ace of Wands it's like a sword you know, and it's got sharp edges to it. This one's just going to beat you bloody. It's boom. So,
everyone, just be safe, wear your masks, take your vitamin D, your vitamin C.
Your remdesivir and steroids.
Go to Walter Reed, just drop by. I'm sure they'll take you. That's a joke.
Now the problem is, you know, for normal people just to drop by, they can't. They have to go in a helicopter. So
get your helicopter.
Get your helicopter.
Yeah.
You have a helicopter card, don't you?
One of my
Do you?
It's a plane. It's a plane.
Oh, it's a plane. I thought, for some reason, I saw
a helicopter.
That you had this helicopter card drawn.
Maybe I need to make one. Oh,
where things are just hovering.
Like this could be the wheels of the helicopter going woo woo, or the whatever you call it. All right, let's read on Canada. I already know the
Canada. Oh, Canada. A. Your Canada coffee cup, wasn't it A-H?
The A team, E-H is A.
E-H,
Canadian,
okay.
A. Right on, A.
A.
How you doing, A?
A.
Hey, there's Danny, A.
A.
That's how we talk.
I know. You guys talk funny.
We're so nice.
Canada.
Canada, second wave.
Second wave of coronavirus.
There's second wave of coronavirus in Canada.
Ooh.
Yep. We're already in it. To be honest with you, we're already starting. The province that I live in is stepping backwards now. So restaurants are not everywhere in the province, but
right.
Restaurants are now going to have to be closed, only takeout. Like they had started to open them, closed. Things like that are starting. So yeah, we're getting another wallop. Got the coronavirus card. Home because I live in Canada.
Yeah, so I got the Chariot reversed, which we had before. I have the Five of Cups, Sorrow, and I have Temperance in reverse. So, yeah, it's.
I don't know if it's going to be all across the country, but it's going to be in pockets for sure. It's already started.
Right, and if I look at this card, you've got 3 cups that are right side up, and 2 cups that are upside down, and he's upside down. So to me that says it's not all over, it's in pockets.
Yeah,
just what you said.
Yeah, terrible.
All right,
the other
Ireland. Country.
Ireland next. Ireland. Wait a second. So I got a yes. It may even affect their leader. I got this, that Corona means crown. So this could also affect their leadership or their government. I got the medical card. I got the coronavirus card again. I got the lightning bolt upside down, which means it's coming. But what's interesting is this feels like needles. This is almost like prescription and karma. I wonder if they're going to be one of the countries to come up with some kind of vaccine. because when I, sort of channeled it or read on it a long time ago in my mind, I don't think I had it on the video, was that one of the smaller countries will be one of the ones to come up with one of the, what do you call it? Vaccine. So that's some good news. They may get the wave again, but karma-wise, they may be the ones to come up with a vaccination. What did you get?
All right. So I just pulled 3 on asking if they were going to come up with a vaccine. But let's go back to the coronavirus. I got the 4 of Wands, a celebration, reversed. So again, people are thinking they're done and we're kind of out of the woods. No, I got the government reversed, the Emperor, which correlates to your crown. Scary how we have these similar cards. The Knave of Swords, a new strong truth, and that could be the needle. When you said they may be coming up with
vaccine,
I went, is that a needle? And so I don't know if I was just pulling off of what you were saying or whatnot, but there is some new truth that's coming out, but it's not fully fledged out yet. So I said, is Ireland going to be the country that comes up with a vaccine? And there's a lot of countries that are working on this vaccine. There's a lot of different ideas that are going around in Ireland with this vaccine.
Yes.
So even though there's a lot of even though there's a lot of countries, there's a lot of stuff in Ireland going on, working on this.
Awesome.
It's going to have world implications.
Oh.
Yay, yay, yay.
Go Ireland.
Look at that.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
So it's going to bring balance to the world and rebirth with this butterfly to the world because of everything that they're putting in these cups. Yay, awesome. Ireland.
Thank you, Ireland, in advance.
Thank you.
Thank you. Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, Iceland.
It's good to get, isn't it good to get like positive cards?
Yes, we finally had a very positive reading. Unfortunately, they're going to, get a second wave, but that's really going to project them, whatever, into the discovery of a vaccination.
All right.
That's awesome. Okay, Iceland.
Iceland.
Now, there's not a lot of people, I don't think, that live on Iceland.
Well, let's read if the penguins are going to get it.
No. Okay.
Now, all the people from Iceland are turning off. They go, that was very rude. That was disrespectful.
Iceland.
Do we have anybody from Iceland? Speak up.
Yeah. This isn't a live show. It's recorded, but please put in the comment field if you're from Iceland.
We forgot to say that it's not live.
Yeah, this isn't a live show. We're only an hour and a half in, but guys, this isn't live. It's live where we're recording it, not live seeing it. Okay, Iceland.
Ooh.
Well, this one's strange to me.
Are we pulling the same cards again?
Yeah, this is strange. Why don't you go first? It might help me figure out what I've got.
No, I doubt it. So I got the Fountain card, which
means
it's
what?
Always a strange card to me because this is the only one in the deck, which tells me stay in the center, you're going to be okay, right? So if you go off to the edges, you're not being okay. I've got the Hermit, which is taking a pause, taking some reflection, going out and being by yourself, but shining a light on the challenges of and balance. So I was going to pull some clarifiers because I'm not really clear. Are they underwater here? Are they balancing? But it feels to me like they've got a little bit of a handle on it. But
could it be they're going to help bring some balance? Because I got the sun, things coming to light, and my needle card again.
Yeah.
Do you think maybe they're working on something?
Well, that's what I was thinking because of this and the fountain card, which is infinity, which is kind of like the world card, except universal card.
I think they're going to help. They're working on a cure as well. Now, I did get nervous because I got the yes card, but in front of the yes card is the arrow going down. I didn't get the COVID card at all. Maybe their numbers are going down. It's starting to change.
Yeah.
They've figured something out. They've something in the blood. This is telling me their scientists are working on something like in the blood that they're figuring out, testing or something for the vaccine.
Right. So I asked that question. I pulled 2 cards on it. And I got that card again, the Knave of Swords. Yeah. And so we just talked about the needle with this guy. And so I went, oh, they're still working on it. They don't have it. It's going to bring the King of Cups energy around, which is going to be really calming, really peaceful, and it just bring a lot of balance to everyone involved.
That's what So thank you, Iceland. Thank you, Ireland. You are on the forefront of this.
Yes.
Okay, now for our spiritual family in Venezuela.
Venezuela.
Leaning towards yes, unhappiness, time out of control in a medical situation. Feels like their government maybe isn't this is your third eye, what you see, and telling the world. So maybe that is not, we don't really know how bad it is there. But it feels like they are in desperate need, like of a prescription of help of needles. I don't think this is them working on it. This is them completely upside down and in need of this help. they're not, I don't think it's being communicated how bad it is there.
Right. So I got the Ace of Wands, and if you look at this Ace of Wands compared to the other one, you can see that it's a sharp wand. It's like a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
And so when I pulled that, but it's such a warm, light, sunny, COVID color, but it's still a warm color. And I go, well, let's see what the next card is. The Page of Wands, coming up with new ideas, new way of looking at things. And I go, maybe they're doing better with this COVID. And then I got the Fool, starting a new journey. And I'm looking at this and I'm going, or is this they're being really foolish about, they're being like the United States in a lot of ways, saying, don't worry about it, right. It's good. We'll give you drugs, don't worry, it's a fake thing. So I pulled 2 clarifiers on it. Sorry, Venezuela. Tower moment. They got the Tower card and they've got the World. So the World's looking at them being foolish, and what they're doing is it's going to end up in the Tower moment. This isn't them on their happy fool's journey. It's
at first I was hopeful too that maybe they were coming up with the virus or the vaccine, but then I really looked at it. It's like, no, they need the world's help.
Yeah, they do. And in this card, what you said, the world's help, they need to look at the world and not just look at a little segment. Look at the world and what's going on, and you won't be so foolish.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Well, everyone, let's send some green healing light to the whole world.
Ooh, yeah.
Everybody, just send that healing light out of your body and shine it over the world.
And we'll do that. There Beautiful. You go. Woohoo.
Aw. Yes.
So, all right. So, did you say we were at an hour and oh my gosh.
I think we're at an hour and a half about right now.
Yeah, I need to wrap this up.
Okay. Do you want to pull a nice card for everybody?
Nice card for everyone.
Nice card for everybody.
I am going to use my enchanted map deck.
I got some new decks. I'm going to, I pulled this one. It's Enchanted Blossoms.
Oh.
No, I'm going to use, what are you using? Enchanted?
Map.
I'm going to use Enchanted Blossoms.
Enchanted map.
Okay. So let's pick a nice card for our spiritual family. Everybody watching today.
And thank you all for watching. Thank you for hanging with us. Thank you, Andrea, for being up in Canada.
Thank you, Danny, for being my man in California.
Yeah. And thank you, Fly, for not landing on my head.
No, there was one. I just didn't tell you.
What?
It was on your beard.
Yeah, I don't know how long this is going to last.
Well, it's pretty rugged.
It's
rugged Danny.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
It's really hard wearing it with a mask. It hurts. Yeah. It pokes me. That's it.
Okay. What is a beautiful card for everyone today? What did you get?
What did I get?
Yeah.
I got Ghostland reversed. And I'm thinking, what kind of beautiful card is that? It's Ghostland. But look, it has hands on the clock.
Yes.
See? So my clock has more detail than yours with no
Than mine.
hands on it. But being in reversed, this tells me that even though we're feeling like we're in ghost land and there's nothing, it's just empty, it's reversed. That time is coming to an end. So
yes,
hang in there with this.
Yes.
It's coming to an end.
That is awesome. And I got happiness.
Yay.
See the butterfly, so it's butterflies and flowers.
Yeah.
It just says what it is. Anyways, it's a happiness card. So that is the vibe for everyone out there. Keep that inner joy and that happiness. Better days are coming.
Better days are coming.
Get excited about what's coming, not with the crap that's happening right now.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah. Because we get so caught up in our ghost land moment.
There you go.
You know, and watching the Trump Brown card show and what he wants us to hear. It's like, okay, get out of that. Get excited about the future and happiness.
Yes.
And
I love it.
All right.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Thank you, Danny.
Thank you all. Thank you.
Love and light
Bye-bye.
to everybody. Bye.